folks. Richard Reyes, Certified Financial Planner, Orlando's own financial quarterback, and welcome to another episode of Financial QB TV. When we talk about savings or the world of accumulation, it's very easy to do that, okay? But it's very different from the world of distribution, which is retirement. Saving is very easy to do. You're basically putting money into a variety of different buckets. So in the accumulation stage, it has its own set of rules, and hopefully once you are getting ready to cross the line into the world of distribution, you've saved a nice amount of money. However, one of the largest parts of my job in the beginning is to try to figure out what you've done. Okay, it's no different than a doctor when you go into them for the very first time with a series of pains. They're going to diagnose to see what's causing that pain. What is it that you've done? So a big part of my role early is to evaluate of how to maximize your assets and income for as long, of course, as you and your spouse are around, and how to best, most efficiently pass it on to your heirs. Plus another variety of things that we do on the outside of it, but I call this marrying of assets, okay? And it's no different than putting pieces of a puzzle together. Now, what I mean by this, that based on what you have done in the past, I kind of must try to marry everything you've done so that we have a seamless plan going forward in your retirement. Now, this means that everything from your portfolio, the tax consequences of your portfolio, your income, your Social Security, your pension, and again, a lot of other aspects that surround these things, that we are able and we are able to make sure that these pieces fit together, so not only do you are able to retire, but that you are able to stay retired in the most inexpensive and less taxing way possible. So let's see if we can come up with an example. There's a variety of different ways to collect your Social Security or even a pension. But depending on what you have done in the past, will depend on what is the best way and what works for you going into retirement. Not only from an income standpoint, but from a tax standpoint, from a spousal benefit standpoint. And quite often what happens is that people do things during the accumulation stage that when they come into the distribution stage, these things don't fit together. They're not compatible. They don't work, okay? Or you might have a lot of money, but you're in a worse situation from the standpoint of another aspect. And quite often what I have to do is then try to find a way to break up all this stuff and again, try to put it together so that it's actually a real puzzle so that you can understand. So what I mean by this is that please try to start a relationship with a financial advisor as soon as you can. And what I mean by this is don't think that you're going to retire next week and then start a relationship with your advisor this week. Okay, because quite often, again, a lot of these things need to be broken up because they just don't work. Okay, they just don't work in the retirement world. So the earlier you start, and again, it's important that you understand what you're doing and how all these pieces go together. But the earlier you start, the better we're actually able to, and the less painful it will be to actually put all these pieces together and, again, better fill in the pieces of the puzzle that are missing. So, again, everything works in a seamless manner. And with that, I'll see you next time on Financial QB TV.